making sure everybody is ready. All right, so let's throw it back to high school Spanish class. We all have maybe fond memories. I didn't. I failed the first round. The second round was better. But so sophomore year, it's a high school Spanish class, and my Spanish teacher, who I liked, was like, hey, I'm doing this trip to Costa Rica. If any students are interested, I'm going to take you guys, and it's going to be great. So I'm like, all right, cool, sounds good. I talked to my parents, they're like, you should absolutely do it, go, you know. Time goes by, I'm the only one that signed up for this Costa Rica trip. Still no one in the school, or all of the Spanish classes, no one signed up for it. Whatever. So now we're like a couple weeks before we're actually leaving for this trip. And my teacher's like, you know what? I made this huge mistake with my wife, and I promised her I was going to this wedding, and it's the same time that this trip is, so I can't go to this Costa Rica trip. But he's like, don't worry, you're still going to go. I'm like, okay. We're going to reassign you to a new group. So I got reassigned to Santa Barbara High school, and which is great, but I didn't know any of these people. I met like one of them at a coffee shop for like 5 minutes, like with the group leader or whatever. So anyway, I'm already like first time out of the country, you know, I'm getting everything in order, you know, I've practiced all my holas and all my Spanish that I was so excitingly used. And, you know, people are like, oh, you got to watch out for pickpocketers. So I got a below the waist thing for my money. And they're like, oh, don't drink the water. It's not safe. So I'm like, gotcha. You know, I was going to go get like one of those like special straws that you can use. Anyway, so like about a week before the trip, my luggage wheel blows out. And it was like, now I'm a few days before. I don't have time to go get the suitcase. So my favorite tool, duct tape. So here I'm at, now I'm at the airport and I've got my duct tape. I've got my bag and my parents are like, see ya, good luck. So I finally meet with the group, and it was an instant click, so no worries. But, you know, I'm just stressing out. I'm like, I hope my bag makes it. I'm worried about the water. You know, I don't even know these people. They don't know me. You know, what if they're weird? Whatever. So we get on the plane, and, you know, I exchange all my currency in my wallet, you know, because I'm thinking, you know, my money's going to be useless over there. So we get to Costa Rica, and we check in to this first hotel, and, you know, we're settling in. You know, we have, like, our community dinner thing, and, so basically I go through this group called EF Tours, and what they do is they take schools from all over the place and you all meet there. So like we had kids coming from New York that meet us in Costa Rica, and we're now like this group of 50 people. So my group was like 10 people, and all people I didn't know. And so we get out there, we have dinner, we're talking, and everything's great, you know, and I'm already kind of nervous because first time out of the country, and I'm in a new place by myself, first time kind of traveling alone without parents, and I'm, 15, 16. So, you know, we're settling in, we're checking stuff out, you know, we hang out for a little bit, and then we finally get to our room. And it's like, I'm gonna approximate, and this was a while back, like 10 o'clock, something like that. So for me, it's too late to go back out. Everybody's gone to their rooms. And we notice there's no sheets, like, on the beds, because it's like bunk beds or whatever, and there's like 4 of us to a room or whatever. And, you know, I'm like, oh, no big deal, maybe it's just customary here that you just make your own. So we look around, no sheets anywhere, right? So we're like, oh man, I don't know, what are we gonna do, guys? And then I had this brilliant idea of like, you know what, guys, it's just the way Costa Rica does things. You don't get sheets, that's the way you deal with it, right? So everybody's like, okay, yeah, no worries, probably true, you know, cool. So like I found a sweatshirt, another guy had a beach towel, and we like made it work for the night. So we walks out to breakfast the next morning, you know, 7 in the morning early. And I comment to like the group leader guy who is in Costa Rica, he's based over there. And I was like, hey, how was everybody's night without the sheets? Wasn't it interesting? And he looks at me funny, he's like, what are you talking about? Everybody has sheets. You should have just asked. And I was like of the mind of, I didn't want to ask because I mentioned to him, I said, hey, look, I don't know if that's rude. Like if I ask, if that's like their culture, it's not a thing, then I don't want to look like this idiot. I'm already the tourist, right? I don't want to look bad. So, you know, after that moment, it was kind of like this ongoing joke. Every hotel that we went to, they would always comment, yes, there's going to be sheets. And we were the only group in the whole hotel that had no sheets, and it was just like this memorable moment that I had, you know, first time out of the country, like, hey, I guess this is the way they roll, you know, it's all cool and everything. But no, it was a great experience. I always encourage people to travel, and if you have an opportunity to do that and you have the means to do it, absolutely do it. And that's what I got.